Good evening. I'm Cassandra Moore, Director of Admissions. Welcome to Arundel Community College's Town Hall. Tonight's agenda will include, and next slide, a welcome and introduction to Arundel Community College by Dr. Don Lindsay. The rest of our evening will be devoted to discussing the delivery of student services in a virtual environment, including enrollment, financial aid and transfer, learning in a virtual environment, and we will cap this evening with a presentation about our health sciences program. Before we get started, let's discuss virtual etiquette for the evening. Next slide. Please make sure your microphone is set to mute and your video is set to not display. Do not share links in Q&A and ask your questions in Q&A. I am pleased you've chosen to spend your evening with us. Arundel Community College, led by Dr. Don Lindsay, is prepared and ready to help your student. Be assured your student will not be alone in their educational journey. Next slide, Dr. Lindsay.
Thank you, Cassandra. I want to thank you also for joining us tonight for the virtual town hall. These are unprecedented times, and we are here to showcase the educational gem that you have right here in your own county. Arundel Community College is a national leader. We know that high school seniors had to adjust their expectations as proms, graduations, and senior trips were reimagined. Rising juniors are wondering what the next year may look like. And we know that you as parents have a lot of questions. Should your students consider a gap year? Are you nervous about them attending a residential university away from home? Are you rethinking your fall college decisions altogether? You may be wondering if college is worth the cost, but more importantly, we want to know that you want to keep your students safe, and we get it. The thought of having your student away from home, living in communal spaces, sharing communal dining, and even communal bathrooms may seem a little unnerving in the present environment. Or paying tens of thousands of dollars to have them home, taking classes online from a four-year college may not be the best choice for your family budget. We hope today's session will begin to answer your questions and help you make the best decisions for your family. To start, Arundel Community College has decided to offer all of our summer and fall classes entirely online. There will be a few limited exceptions related primarily to health sciences and other courses that do require face-to-face time. We believe this is the right decision because we know you need flexibility as you reset your goals and adjust your schedules. With this decision, we were able to build a robust schedule that will help maintain the health and safety of our community, meet the needs of all of our 18,000 plus credit students, and help us to continue to move forward collectively. Rather than start with face-to-face classes, as a number of colleges appear to be doing, we have decided that that would potentially disrupt the learning environment, having to switch people from mid-fall from online to face-to-face. And we believe that the best path was to fully commit to online and do it now. Please know, online is not new for us. While many of the schools K through 12 and other higher education went online this summer, not online learning is equal. We have been offering online learning since the 1990s, so we have more than 2 decades of experience teaching and helping our students learn effectively. You will hear more today about our online coursework and what makes them different from other online experiences that you may or may not have been familiar with. We offer extensive support services too, online as well, and you'll be hearing more about that as we move into the virtual environment. Often these services can make the difference when transitioning from high school to college. Whether your student starts here and continues elsewhere, starts here and goes right into a job, starts somewhere else and picks up classes with us over the winter or summer break, or starts somewhere else and finds it's not a good fit, then comes to Arundel Community College to regain their footing and to continue moving forward. You can even earn your bachelor's degree or already have your bachelor's degree and come here to get additional certifications or career change. As we like to say, at any age and any stage of life, you can redefine yourself. If there ever was a time for redefinition as individuals, as organizations, and as a community, that time would be now. And whether you decide to come with us, please know we were always going to be here for you. You are always welcome at Arundel Community College. And with that, I will turn it back over to Cassandra. Thank you, Cassandra.
Thank you, Dr. Lindsay. Selecting a college with strong student support is important. During times of uncertainty, your student may need extra support, including the support of a group of professionals who will serve as your student's care and success team. Next is Dr. Felicia Patterson, Vice President, Learner Support Services.
Thank you, Cassandra, and thank you everyone for joining us in this virtual information session. We certainly hope that you all are staying safe and taking care of yourselves. As Dr. Lindsay indicated, Arundel Community College really is about responding to the needs of our diverse community by offering high quality, affordable, accessible, and innovative lifelong learning opportunities. The Division of Learner Support Services is really about promoting student-centered learning by encouraging comprehensive student development while engaging students through the entire college experience, advancing diversity and inclusion, and providing innovative services, programs, and resources to ensure student success and completion. And as you might imagine, our approaches have changed some, but much of it has involved expanding and strengthening areas in the remote environment. We approach our services by assisting students from before they actually enter the college to helping them transition, working with them as they navigate through the enrollment and registration process, and ensuring they have what they need to persist and complete their goals. Next slide, please. There are a few areas I would like to highlight. Our onboarding process is now done virtually with our admissions team. We'll work with you to bring you into the college and make sure you're what we would call Riverhawk ready. We want to identify the best starting place for you by placing you in the right courses. Our mission is affordability, and we have a number of financial aid options available, which you will hear about shortly. We also have an online orientation that provides an overview of the college and shares pertinent information for new students. Next slide. We do have academic advising available in a variety of formats. For our virtual advising, we use Zoom as our platform. There's also student planning software that will allow students to track their progress towards degree. For those students who are unsure of exactly what you want to study, you'll be assigned to a personal and career counselor who will assist you in identifying or solidifying your interests and goals. There are a number of technology supports available for students. For those students who may need support with access, we do have loaner laptops available in MiFi. We have a technical call center and help desk for answering questions and assisting in navigating technology. And for students who need some additional academic support, we have a student achievement and success program. You'll hear more about this later as well, but the program targets those who need more individualized attention, are the first in their families to attend college, or generally have more challenges and barriers to address in reaching their goals. This program also provides specialized support for veteran students and those in the military. Additionally, we have tutoring that is accessible through our Writing Center, through Smart Thinking Tutoring with 24/7 access, and our math lab as well. There are systems in place with faculty to alert you as early as possible with recommendations for resources and academic support. Next slide. Outside of the classroom, we're still focused on helping students develop through leadership opportunities, clubs, and student organizations as well. We have a variety of ways to check on student well-being, which includes providing emergency support with food or other items needed, such as textbooks or transportation. All of our student support is provided with a focus on creating an equitable and inclusive environment to meet the unique needs of each of our students. And you can contact us through the emails. If you put those up, Cassandra, the next slide. You can contact us through these emails here or through our online chat, which you see in the little box below through our homepage on our website. And thank you.
Next slide. Learners and educators are at the heart of what we do at Arundel Community College. And we are committed to positive learning experiences for your student. Dr. Michael Gavin, Vice President of Learning, will discuss how our faculty are prepared to deliver superior instruction in a virtual environment.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening. There are a couple things that I wanted to underscore and highlight, especially given the fact that we are in a health sciences evening. One of which is that our college and our programs in the area have continuously been at the top rank within the state or nation with regard to the associate's degrees and certificates we offered in health sciences. In fact, nursing has been always the ranked in the top 4 or 5 areas of Maryland. We also have had we have also consistently, I'm sorry guys, my daughter just burst in here, I'll just be open about it. So we also all been a premier online educator in the state. Dr. Lindsay already noted that we have been teaching online for over a decade. We have many articulation agreements, which is a fancy way of transfer agreements, saying transfer agreements with 4-year colleges to allow that students have seamless transfer from our associate's degrees to the transfer institutions at 4 years, and robust honors programs where students can get scholarships upwards of $20,000 to $40,000 a year, where they transfer from Arundel Community College's honors program to a 4-year university's honors program. Next slide, please. So we have also been the beneficiary of having innovative faculty members throughout the college. And one of the issues with COVID is that we have not been able to have on campus some of the video capabilities that we would have otherwise. So I'm going to show you a video really quickly of our engineering program and the work that it does in order to ensure that students can have the seamless experience of hands-on lab at home that is applicable to the same kind of work that is done in health sciences. So we could click on that and just imagine that you're watching a health sciences video in terms of the innovation that is occurring within health sciences.
Our mechatronic graduates are employed in many diverse Maryland industries. They were essential employees before there was ever such a thing. They get the job done. The machines of today are complex and sophisticated. Technicians now need to have experience with not just computers, but with electronics and mechanical parts. This is what makes up mechatronics. At AACC, we've been doing this for 10 years. Our foundation has always been hands-on group projects. We do our best to make it fun and challenging, but we want it to resemble industry. Students learn elements of electronics, mechanics, and robotics. They become a jack or Jill of all trades. We want them to be able to use their hands as well as their heads. A typical mechatronic class before the pandemic was full of people wiring, building, or fixing something. The COVID pandemic goes against everything that we are about, but local companies need our graduates. We wanted to tell you that we are still open, and this is our plan for fall 2020. Students will have face-to-face access to mechatronic instructors online and be able to ask questions about all the stuff they may not understand. We're also using an interactive learning system with videos and graphics that explains everything involved in mechatronics. Every student is going to receive a kit of components for their respective course. A student taking electronics will receive a kit full of different electronic components to build with. In our mechanical systems course, we're going to provide all students with a 3D printer. Students will reverse engineer the printer as well as print their own mechanical parts to build mechanical systems. Students will use pneumatic and electrical circuit simulators, which give a good understanding of how real-world systems work. One example is Factory.io. This program allows students to quickly build and test a virtual factory using a selection of common industrial parts. Here's a video showcasing a robot designed and built at home from one of our students. Students use the C programming language and an Arduino microcontroller to control the robot. The hands-on aspect is the most important part of our program, and the virus is not going to change that. For more information, please email Peggy Walton at plwalton@aacc.edu or Tim Callanan at tmcallanan@aacc.edu. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you soon.
So I will be very quick because on this slide, because there are Khadijah Ridgman and Marcus Wright will talk about transfer further away. But our specialty and bread and butter at Anne Arundel Community College is basically to get your students to transfer to a four-year university or enter into the workforce as quickly as possible. One thing that I did want to underscore is that the innovation that you saw in the video for the engineering, I'll say it once again, is the similar kind of innovation that you might hear from the multiple different faculty that are on this call. If you have questions or answers, we've transitioned nursing programs, EMT programs, as well as even public health programs to online in the mainly with just very little on-campus requirements. And I will say that with this pandemic, we have seen an uptick in interest in all of the programs in health sciences. We have multiple different programs from rad tech, which is x-rays, to public health to nursing. So we're here to answer any questions you may have about any kind of program within the health sciences. And many of the faculty are here to answer how they could deliver education to you even in a remote environment. And that way I can close up quickly. Sorry for my daughter's interruption, everybody.
Thank you, Dr. Gavin. Next slide, please. The admissions team and I have had the pleasure of working with many of your students and with you. And throughout the years, students always ask similar questions. Will I have to figure out Anne Arundel Community College by myself? Who will help me learn the steps to enroll? Who will help me figure out how to pay for college? Who will help me understand the courses required for my major? And how will I secure a seat in the class or register? I want to reinforce that your student will be in great hands at Anne Arundel Community College. We are here and we are happy to assist. Let's get started with becoming a student. Next slide. All students must submit an application for admission, and once they do this, they will receive an email from us confirming their application with the request that they activate their MyACC student account. The MyACC student portal is where the business of being an ACC student happens. This is where you learn to register, where you can view your financial aid, where you can communicate with staff and faculty. We want your student to get off to a great start. We have many ways for your students to determine placement. So, in order to determine placement, we accept high school transcripts, ACT scores, SAT scores, AccuPlacer placement test scores. And let me add that the Early College Access Program participants will do all the things I mentioned above, the application, determining placement if necessary, and all of that, but they'll also submit an early college application form, and they'll meet with an admissions officer to determine the best courses and to register for those courses. Now, I've discussed submitting an application, activating your MyACC student account, and the ways to determine placement. And then the next question is, how will I pay for college? My colleague, Shanna Kibler, Assistant Director of Scholarships and Maryland State Programs, will elaborate. But the next step simply is to apply for financial aid, to submit the free application for federal student aid known as the FAFSA. Let me encourage you to never miss an opportunity to lessen your students' load, financial burden, and your financial burden. Now, you're on your way to becoming a student at Anne Arundel Community College, but there's more to learn about us. If you attend a virtual orientation session, there you will grow in your knowledge of the college. You'll learn about the resources that we have in place to support your student success. And this will be a great start for them at AACC. Next slide, please. We're almost there. And the last question is, how will I secure a seat in the class? How do I register and who will help me? Parents, your students will be in great hands. They will have the support of their field of interest, academic advisors. And in this collaboration, the students will have the tools of our schedule of classes, our program planner, which will include the courses required for their major, and course search. Next slide, please. Congratulations, and I welcome your student to Riverhawk Nation. One more thing, next slide, please. We're currently conducting personal registration days, and Anne Arundel Community College has conducted personal registration days for over 20 years, and we've continued this service in a virtual environment. Your student will meet with an AACC representative to discuss and select classes based on your student's major. Your student will register for classes in the MyACC student portal, and we will guide them through that process. I encourage your student to register to attend Personal Registration Day, or PRD as it's commonly known. Register to attend at www.aacc.edu. Connect with admissions. Next slide. As families, we are always concerned with costs. And when it comes to education, figuring out how to pay is important. I want you to know that our financial aid professionals are your student's advocate. Here to elaborate is Shanna Kibler, Assistant Director, Scholarships and Maryland State Programs.
Thanks, Cassandra. This evening, I want to take a few minutes to talk with you about financial aid and paying for college. Next slide, please. So when it comes to paying for college, a two-year school can be a smart way to start your college education. For example, if you are considering a bachelor's degree, community college offers a two-year associate's degree, and then students can transfer to a more expensive state or private college for an additional 2 years to earn their bachelor's degree. Going this route offers several benefits, including saving on tuition and fees. Looking at an average of Maryland's four-year schools, we can see that attending AACC for 2 years with tuition and fees around $4,000 a year, and then continuing to a four-year school for an additional 2 years with tuition and fees close to $10,000 a year, a student can save over $11,000 in just tuition and fees when compared to attending all 4 years at the four-year institution. Plus, even with the relatively low cost of tuition and fees, nearly 1/3 of community college students receive financial aid. Next slide, please. So how do I apply for aid? As Cassandra mentioned, and you'll hear this every time we discuss financial aid, it all starts with the FAFSA. The FAFSA is the free application for federal student aid, and you can find the FAFSA application on studentaid.gov. If you haven't had the opportunity to fill out your FAFSA yet, now is the time to complete your application. At this time of year, we have two FAFSAs to choose from. The 2019-2020 FAFSA, which will be required for summer aid because summer is the last semester of our 2019-2020 academic year, and the 2021 FAFSA, which we will start using in the fall of 2020. If you plan on taking summer and fall classes, be sure to fill out both FAFSAs. While you are on the studentaid.gov website, be sure to take a look around. The website also offers information on grants, scholarships, loans, and aid for military families. Something that is still relatively new is the FAFSA mobile app. Students and parents can complete the FAFSA now using the My Student Aid app right on their phones or mobile devices. We also encourage all of our students to fill out the AAC scholarship application. At AACC, we have one scholarship application, and by completing this application, you will be considered for more than 200 scholarships. And last year, AACC awarded over $1 million in scholarships to our students. A number of our scholarships are need-based, so we strongly recommend completing the FAFSA before completing the scholarship application. But our scholarship team is awarding scholarships for the fall semester now, so I would recommend filling out your scholarship application as soon as possible. The Maryland Higher Education Commission, or MHEC, also offers a number of scholarships and grants from Maryland residents. Visit the MHEC website to review state scholarship options. Most scholarships will require a FAFSA, however, deadlines and requirements do vary. While you're on the MHEC website, take a few minutes to set up your personal account with MDCAPS, which is the state's portal for student aid. On MDCAPS, you can apply online for certain scholarship programs, you can check your application status, and you can accept your awards. Next slide, please. So you've completed your FAFSA. What happens next? After completing your FAFSA, please regularly check your My AACC email address for notices and requests for information. If we need additional information, we'll reach out to students through their My AACC email account. You may see a notice that you've been selected for something called verification. Approximately 30% of all applicants are picked by the Department of Education for a process called verification. Verification is a routine process where students will be asked to complete a verification worksheet and provide copies of their required tax documents. You may also have encountered special circumstances. The FAFSA process determines each student or family's financial need based on the prior year's income. We know that situations can change, and the good news is that the federal aid regulations allow the financial aid office to make adjustments for certain financial situations that are not reflected on your current FAFSA. It's not an appeal for additional aid. It's a request for us to recalculate your financial need based on new or additional financial data. We consider each situation on a case-by-case basis, and income reductions must be documented for a minimum of 6 months. If your income for the new tax year will be significantly lower than your income for the prior tax year, you might be eligible for an adjustment. You should contact the financial aid office for more information if this applies to you. When your financial aid application is complete, you'll receive what's something that's called an offer letter. Be sure to read your offer letter carefully. Grants are often prorated based on the number of enrolled credits, and some scholarships require a specific number of credits in order to maintain eligibility. If you are interested in a student loan, you must be enrolled in at least 6 or more credits for a semester. If you have questions about your offer letter at all, please contact the financial aid office. Next slide, please. The Early College Access Grant, or ECAG, awards $200 per semester to students who demonstrate financial need and are dually enrolled in both high school and AACC. Because this is a need-based award, students are asked to complete the current year FAFSA. So if you're coming for fall, it would be the 2021 FAFSA. And this is an excellent opportunity for students to begin filling out the FAFSA before entering as full-time students. Students will also need to submit an ECAG application to the AACC Financial Aid Office. The application is available on the AACC website. Remember to complete the AACC application process and register for your classes as well. And last but not least, set up your My AACC email address. All communications from the financial aid office, including award notices for the ECAG program, will come through your My AACC email. Next slide, please. You may have heard of the Maryland Community College Promise Scholarship. It's a last dollar scholarship that will pay for tuition and fees to students who plan to enroll in credit or non-credit coursework that leads to a certificate, an associate's degree, or a sequence of non-credit courses that leads to licensure or certification at a Maryland community college. So who can apply? Any Maryland high school graduate or GED recipient who is planning to enroll or is currently enrolled at a Maryland community college and earned an unweighted high school GPA of at least 2.3, or while enrolled at a Maryland community college, a GPA of at least 2.5 or its equivalent. The student must be eligible for in-state tuition and complete either the FAFSA or the MISFA by March 1st. The MISFA is a Maryland State Financial Aid application for Maryland residents who are ineligible to receive federal aid due to citizenship. The MISFA is available on the MHEC's MDCAPS portal or website, which we discussed in the last slide. Eligible applicants must meet the income restrictions. So it's $100,000 if the applicant is single or resides in a single parent household, or $150,000 if the applicant is married or resides in a 2-parent household for the 2018 tax year. If you completed your FAFSA or MISFA by March 1st and meet the income requirements, MHEC will notify you by email. Be sure to watch your email. You will need to submit additional documentation to MHEC and have a complete financial aid application with AACC in order to be eligible for the Maryland Promise. Be sure to log into your MDCAPS account for more information. This year, all documentation must be submitted by July 15th to be eligible for the Maryland Promise. A couple of important reminders: to receive the award, you must enroll full-time, and you must not have already received your bachelor's or associate's degree. If you only listed a 4-year institution on your FAFSA, if you've previously filed your FAFSA and you only listed a 4-year institution on your FAFSA or MISFA, and you now plan to attend the community college, you can change your school of choice by updating your enrollment on MDCAPS and adding the new college, so AACC or another community college, to your FAFSA or MISFA prior to July 15th. If you're interested in taking a non-credit sequence of courses, you will need to complete the Promise for Non-Credit Students application, and that is available on the MDCAPS student portal. The application has a rolling deadline, so be sure to watch the MHEC website. The Promise Non-Credit application became available on MDCAPS on June 1st, so it is available now. And lastly, new in 2020, changes were made to the Maryland Community College Promise Scholarship Program. The service obligation and the age requirement that was applicable to the program last year has been eliminated in an effort to offer more students funding to attend community college. Thanks for joining us tonight and talking about financial aid. If you have any questions at all, please contact our office. Thanks, Cassandra.
Thank you. Next slide, please. When the admission team conducts information sessions, there are questions about transfer and how it works at Anne Arundel Community College. More importantly, at Anne Arundel Community College, your student will be prepared for their transition to a 4-year college or university. And this evening, we have 2 transfer experts at Anne Arundel Community College, Mr. Marcus Wright and Dr. Khadijah Richmond.
Thank you, Cassandra. Good evening, everyone. Next slide, please. Oh, thank you. Today, we want to discuss a little bit with you about planning your smooth transfer. We understand that many of you are joining us either in college for the first time, coming from another 4-year or 2-year institution, and have plans to transfer. When you attend Anne Arundel Community College, you will be paired with a field of interest advisor. That advisor will be able to assist you with your academic plan here at AACC as well as beyond. Some of the steps that they take to do that. One, we make sure that your major is aligned. The major you take here at AACC is aligned with the major of choice at that 4-year institution, and keeping in mind special admission requirements. When you're going into pre-health fields, oftentimes there are special admissions requirements and applications that you need to be aware of. Your advisor will also assist you in understanding the cost of attendance at the school of choice, locating financial aid and state aid. One of the websites we use to do that is mhec or mhec.maryland.gov. If you go to that website, on the left-hand side, there is an option for state scholarships and grants. You can do that right now and look at any aid that you may be eligible for. And if you're planning on attending AACC because you started and want to complete your degree now, the new Near Completers grant is now available at that site as well. We also will discuss with you accessibility. And what we mean by that is how close is the school to where you're going to be working, where your children are attending school, things of that nature. We want to make sure that it's convenient for you to attend that 4-year institution. We'll discuss transfer scholarships. One that you will be eligible for once you complete your associates is the 2+2 scholarship, which is again on mhec.maryland.gov. We will discuss course offerings, helping you to find schools that offer classes at a convenient time for you, accreditation, and we will assist you in creating a transfer timeline. How long will you be with us, and what does your plan look like after you leave? Important to note that we will encourage you to engage with your admissions counselor at the 4-year institution early and often. Ultimately, the 4-year institution is who determines how credits will transfer. So it's very important that you are on the right page and have a point of contact at that 4-year institution. And we will encourage you to consider some additional costs, such as travel to and from school, living expenses, doing your laundry, etc. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Oh, thank you. Some of the tools we use when we're having conversations with you as your academic and transfer advisor, one of the first tools that we use is ARTSYS. That's ARTSYS, and you can put that in Google. When you go to that website, the 2 most commonly used features are course equivalency and recommended transfer program. To use either feature, make sure you select that you're transferring from Anne Arundel Community College, and then select the school that you intend to transfer to. And when you can type in classes that you plan to take at AACC, see how they will transfer, as well as obtain a list of recommended classes to take while you're here with us. We also will look at transfer equivalency databases, the transfer admissions website at that 4-year institution, pre-transfer advising professionals we have here at AACC, and they're available for you to talk to email, or have a Zoom call with throughout your time at AACC so that you can make sure you're on the right path. We also have transfer programs and partnerships, which Mr. Wright is going to discuss a little bit more with you in a few moments. Next slide, please.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Richmond. My name is Marcus Wright. I'm going to talk to you all about a couple things regarding transfer. The first thing we wanted to talk about and address is transfer credit to AACC. So by us being a community college and a regional accredited institution, we can accept credit from other institutions. And so, or from other life experiences, or from test credits or anything like that as well. And so if you have those credits, we strongly encourage you to submit those documents in order to allow us to evaluate your credits as well, so that you're not starting from the very beginning, but you're coming into AACC with some college credits already. So it's two ways. So we have traditional transfer credit, where you could transfer up to 45 credits. Please note that it's about 60 credits to actually get an associate's degree. So if you have credits from another 2-year or 4-year institution, you could transfer credits from that institution to us. You want to make sure that you send your official transcript. And if you attended multiple institutions, please make sure that you send multiple official transcripts as well. I see Cassandra nodding her head as well. And so we also accept credits from international institutions as well. So if you have experiences or credits from abroad, we do welcome those credits as well. Students would need to end up having an international evaluation completed, and then pretty much supplying that evaluation for us so that we could evaluate their credits as well. So those are the traditional forms of how we would accept transfer credits. For non-traditional forms, we would actually accept up to 30 credits of the 45 credits, okay? And so that could come from proficiency tests. So if you're at one of our Anne Arundel County public schools and you're taking proficiency credit, we can accept up to 15 credits from there. We also accept, I guess, test credits as well, so far as CLEP or advanced placement. So if you've taken any AP courses or anything like that, we would accept those credits as well. Also, if you have military experience or even IB coursework as well. Next slide. All right. All right, so we wanted, earlier Dr. Gavin mentioned that we have transfer agreements, and also Dr. Richmond mentioned our partnerships and our pathways and things like that. And so we wanted to just kind of give you more information and also show you where that information is as well. In regards to our popular transfer institutions, we have many, as you can see. For health sciences specifically, when we look at our data for our students that transfer, our students that graduate as well, these are the institutions that we see that students actually go to. Okay. In regards to transfer pathways, we create transfer pathways. Many times folks refer to it as a 2+2. Many times folks refer to it as a articulation agreement or a transfer agreement. What exactly is that, right? And so if you think of it, if you come to Anne Arundel Community College and spend 2 years with us, you'll do essentially your freshman and sophomore years here. And then these agreements or these pathways allow you to transfer what we call seamlessly, or transfer all your credits from AACC and start at that next 4-year institution as a junior. And then you'll be able to do your junior and senior level courses there. And so it ensures where students don't lose credit and transfer. It also kind of gives a sense of relief, no anxiety of is this course going to transfer or not. And so we established several different agreements, both within the state of Maryland and outside of the state of Maryland, for those different agreements. So if students wanted to pursue nursing and go to the University of Maryland, Baltimore to actually do nursing, please note that University of Maryland College Park does not offer nursing, and typically students are thinking of University of Maryland, Baltimore as that particular institution. And majority of our students transfer there to pursue nursing, which is popular, as Dr. Gavin mentioned earlier as well. We have curriculum that's already outlined. We have an agreement that's already outlined, and many times these agreements also include student benefits, and those student benefits can range depending upon the institution. Many times it includes transfer scholarships, also application fee waivers. It's all kind of contingent on that given institution and also that agreement as well. In regards to the agreements that we actually have, we have many what we call associates to bachelor's degrees for nursing, and they're referred to as ATBs. We try to be cool in higher education and kind of talk in a certain lingo. But if you ever hear ATBs, it essentially is what we were talking about earlier, where you're doing your freshman, sophomore year first, at Anne Arundel, and then your junior, senior years at that next four-year institution. But that particular program also allows for students to take dual enrollment credits. So you're actually able to take additional coursework while you're here at Anne Arundel Community College to help accelerate you as well. We have a variety of agreements, and I don't want to take up everyone's time. I encourage folks to actually go to our transfer agreements webpage. But we have many agreements with many of the institutions that are represented on this screen, whether it's from nursing to exercise science, or if you're looking to do kinesiology or any allied health type of degrees, or even social work, which all fall under our health sciences degrees. We do have those agreements, and we're continuously working on more agreements as well. Next slide.
So again, we just want to welcome you to the Riverhawk Nation. Thank you so much for listening to our presentation today. And we want to encourage you to take control of your transfer. Please know that you don't have to remember everything that we share with you today in this presentation. And we highly encourage you to ask any questions you have in the Q&A at the bottom of your screen. But know that we have transfer experts at AACC who are here to help you along your educational journey. We look forward to meeting with you. And again, welcome. Thank you, Cassandra.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Richmond, and thank you, Mr. Wright. You've received a lot of great information. But before we move on to our health science presentation, I just want to reinforce that your student will be in great hands. And during this time of uncertainty, your student may need extra support, including the support of a group of professionals who will serve as your student's care and success team. And so today I'm going to introduce you to Ms. Janice Watley and the Student Achievement and Success Program. And I'd like for Ms. Watley to describe her program and share information.
It's nice to meet everyone that is here today. The Student Achievement and Success Program, SASP is our acronym. And what we do is we provide support for students that may be first-generation college students, that may be low income. There's students that may be starting off with some foundational courses at the institution. They're military or dependents of military service members. But we are the place in the institution that gives the extra hand and also the added support for students that may have a few more challenges to overcome. And the way that we do that, we do it in a number of different ways. But one thing that we have going on this summer, especially, we have a virtual Bridge to Success program, which begins on July 6th through the 24th. And that gives students an opportunity to kind of work in a college online environment with the needed supports for that student group. So I would like to encourage all that would be interested to partake in that. You don't have to be a certain major in order to be able to be a part of that, but most students that participate in that, they really appreciate the opportunity to be able to try on college before it gets started and know the support systems that are available to them. After those students are done with that program, we have our overarching program, which is a SAS program. We have SAS retention advisors who kind of walk students through the process of support from working with academic advisors to select coursework and programs, as well as to follow up to see how they're actually progressing in those programs that they're enrolled in. We have a Black Male Initiative program that's a part of our support. We also have outreach to our Latinx student population. We work with all the support services at the college, including the academic program. So if you have a student who is in need of that extra support, we're the program for you. You can find out more information about us on our website, as well as information about our virtual Bridge to Success program.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ms. Watley. Just wanted to share and hear a little bit more about that program. It's a program that I absolutely love, and I will tell you on a personal level that when my mother went to college, there was a program not as comprehensive as hers, but it also was instrumental in her success in becoming a teacher. So I have a little bit of a soft place in my heart for SAS. Thank you so much. Next, we'll move on to health sciences. There is so much interest in health sciences. It always has been. We have excellent programs. We all know someone who is in the health sciences profession. And many of us on a personal level have benefited from their expertise. So next we have Ms. Tammy Neal, Manager of Admissions and Advising for the School of Health Sciences.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We appreciate your time and interest in our opportunities at Arundel Community College. Next slide, please. Arundel Community College's School of Health Sciences offers a wide range of health-related degrees, certificates, and courses that prepare students for a career or transfer to a four-year college and beyond. For example, you may be most familiar with our nursing program, but we have over 20 health sciences programs at AACC, like paramedic, medical laboratory technician, massage therapy, addictions counseling, and public health, just to name a few. Many of AACC's health sciences programs have a 100% pass rate on their licensure and national board exams and 100% job placement. Most of the programs are accredited, ensuring the highest quality and high value for our students, and Anne Arundel Community College is publicly known for having outstanding award-winning health sciences programs. Next slide, please. Each health program helps students develop skills that are needed for high-demand jobs within our county and region. Students benefit from hands-on learning using state-of-the-art equipment, such as the simulation labs, and through clinical rotations with our many partners throughout the county and state. During the closings related to COVID, AACC has met the challenge by creating and utilizing virtual simulation experiences to assist students in meeting course outcomes. In addition, we have recently been able to open some of our labs for the summer semester, social distancing and using CDC guidelines, so our students can continue with their program. This will continue in the fall 2020 semester. Next slide, please. One of the many benefits of health sciences programs is a quick entrance into a career in healthcare. Completion of a health sciences degree program typically leads to higher paying jobs and also offers career paths to allow students to work while pursuing a degree. A few examples are a one-semester phlebotomy course to the medical laboratory assisting certificate to the medical laboratory technician degree. And with this, students can transfer into a four-year medical technology degree program to enhance their skills and compensation even further. Registered nursing RN students who successfully pass their first semester can go on and become a certified nursing assistant. Practical nursing program graduates who work for 1 year as an LPN, licensed practical nurse, can apply for our advanced placement RN cohort. Students who successfully complete the one semester EMT course are eligible to apply for our paramedic program. In addition, many of our programs have articulation agreements, which provide a seamless transfer of credits from AACC to the four-year institution we have established an agreement with, as Marcus discussed. And in some cases, students can be dually enrolled at AACC and a four-year institution. High school students can get a jump start on college credits through AP and the ECAG, which can allow them to complete general education requirements for our programs faster. Next slide, please. Some of our degree programs can be completed in 1 year. For instance, massage therapy, human services, paramedic, addiction counseling, and medical assisting all have a fast track option. Those students who already have an associate's, bachelor's, or master's degree are eligible for this option, and it allows general education requirements and credits from the previous degree to be applied to the program, leading to quicker path to employment. Next slide. Many of the School of Health Sciences programs have a separate admissions process and require an additional application. They are called selective admission programs. This means the student must apply to AACC and to the health sciences program that they are interested in by a determined deadline. The school evaluates the application based on established admission requirements and selection criterion and will offer admission accordingly. Selective admission programs can be highly competitive and limited to the number of students in the incoming class. Next slide, please. You can find all of our program, academic, and admission requirements and available applications on our website. Next slide. We recommend meeting with your assigned health sciences academic advisor who will review program requirements and guide you through the process. The School of Health Sciences has a FAQ, frequently asked questions, on the website to assist the student with commonly asked questions. For instance, during the COVID crisis, we have added an additional set of admission questions of how we are navigating through admissions processes virtually. One of the offerings we now have at Arundel Community College is virtual advising. If you view our FAQs, you will find contact information for your assigned advisor. Next slide, please. This is a lot of information to absorb in a short amount of time, so please know that we are available to answer any of your questions, even beyond tonight. We have scheduled virtual information sessions for each of our programs, which are listed on the college calendar of events website. They are free and pre-registration is required in order to sign up virtually. Next slide, please. Before we go, we thought we would mention the construction of our brand new 175,000 square foot health and life sciences building. This building will house 19 biology labs, 20 health sciences labs, and a simulation center. We are scheduled to offer classes beginning the fall 2021 semester, and here's a snapshot of what the building will look like. Next slide. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I hope you have enjoyed learning about our college and Arundel Community College's health sciences programs, that you are eager to get your student or maybe even yourself started. Now we will open up for any questions that you may have.
I want to strongly encourage questions, you all, tonight. You have the benefit of several experts from the different health sciences professions. This will be a great, great time to ask questions in Q&A. We have a question about disability support services, and we do have an expert here. And would you please answer the question for us, Ms. Parrish Harris?
Yes, good evening. The Disability Support Services does provide accommodations to qualified students with a disability. You may contact our office at dss@aacc.edu so that we can begin the process. If your student has already had a 504 or IEP, then you may submit that paperwork and you can discuss any other documentation that is necessary with us. We'll be glad to help you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Other questions? Take advantage of having all this expertise in one space. Let me just ask our subject experts who are here. Would any of you all like to share information you think that maybe we missed something, that was something we need to share from the health sciences profession? If any of you all would like to share any information you think that would be valuable, feel free to do so.
Hi, Cassandra, it's Marcus.
Yes.
I had one thing for our students out there and also the parents. It's important that you know what institution you want to transfer to, and also what major you want to transfer to as well, just so that we know what pathway to put you on. In many cases, it's okay if you don't know right out of the gates which program you want to end up pursuing. However, it will save a lot of possible time and also some money if you do kind of think with the end in mind. And so if you know that you want to study kinesiology at College Park, we can help you save money by starting at Arundel Community College and then transfer seamlessly to that four-year institution as well. Sometimes our students don't know that they want to do that particular program, or they don't know what institution. And so we can also help in that, but we encourage students to explore and to I guess, figure it out as soon as you possibly can so that we can assist. So thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you, Marcus. So we have a few questions, which I'm happy to mention. So Kendra's asking, do I have to wait for an offer letter before registering for classes? And Shanna, please answer that question for us. I'd be most appreciative.
Sure. So you don't have to wait for an offer letter to register for classes. You just want to be aware of the due date for the bill. When you register for classes, you'll see the due date that your bill is due, and you want to make sure that you have financial aid in place by that date or have made the deposit. We are starting to award students fall financial aid now, so you should be getting an offer letter soon if you've already applied for FAFSA. If you haven't applied for FAFSA, you want to do that as soon as possible, as close as you can to your registration date.
Thank you so much. And then Amara, here's another question that has not been answered. So I would like for Dr. Khadijah Richmond, if she could answer that question about transfer.
Incoming transfers could bring up to 45 credits. I already have an associate from CSM and transfer to this institution. Okay, so Amara, one of the first things you want to do is send your official transcript to AACC. You're asking about how many credits you are bringing with you, but once you send that transcript, we will do an evaluation through our records office and be able to see how many of those credits will be applicable towards the degree you choose with us. I'm not sure what major you've selected at AACC. If you haven't selected a major yet, you can reach out to advising@aacc.edu to help you find the best fit so that you can bring in the maximum amount of credits. It may be, we don't know, I can't answer the second part of your question on which pathway is going to be most beneficial yet, but go ahead and send in your transcript so that we can begin to answer those questions for you.
And just to add to what Dr. Richmond said as well, far as we have a program with the University of Maryland, Baltimore for physician assistants. And so what we have is students complete their associate's degree and then they take a advanced health certificate. And so with this health certificate, students have to have completed certain prerequisite courses. And so that's what Dr. Richmond is referring to, where we would need to see what coursework that you've actually completed at CSM to ensure that you've satisfied those prerequisite courses to go into our advanced certificate. Once you complete the advanced certificate, then it serves as a bridge into the program that we have with the University of Maryland, Baltimore for physician assistants as well. So you definitely want to send your transcript so that we can go ahead and start the evaluation process.
Thank you very much.
And Ms. Cassandra, I saw that there was a question from Kendra Keith.
Yeah, she had a follow-up question too. That was actually a really good question about the offer letter. She received a thank you letter and she was wondering if this was different than the offer letter, and it is different. The thank you letter is just sort of our office's way of acknowledging that we've received your FAFSA. And then from there, the offer letter, you're going to get two ways. You're going to get mailing in paper mail through, to your home, and that's going to have actual dollar amounts of what you've been awarded. And then you're also going to get an email to your My AACC email address that's going to direct you to your My AACC portal, and you'll be able to see your awards listed there as well. So you might already have an email in your email address right now, because I know they did a big batch of awarding today, so it might be sitting out there waiting for you right now. But you can always log into your portal to look to see your financial aid status, if there's any missing documents, and if you've been awarded your awards as well.
Thank you. Another question from Candace. Does AACC have an articulation agreement with Johns Hopkins?
I guess I'll take this one. As far as articulation agreements are concerned, currently we do not have an articulation agreement with any health sciences programs with Johns Hopkins. That is something that we are interested in pursuing. As of right now, Johns Hopkins, they honor our electrical engineering degree, and so we have a statewide agreement with Johns Hopkins in that particular format. However, with our health sciences, we currently do not have an articulation agreement. That being said, it does not mean that you cannot transfer your credits to Johns Hopkins. We still can work with you to ensure that you take the right coursework to transfer seamlessly to Johns Hopkins as well. Thank you.
Great questions, everybody. We welcome more if you have any.
Cassandra, hi, this is Tiffany Boykin. I'd like to share some additional information with our guests with respect to student engagement.
Absolutely, it'd be great to have you speak about it.
Thank you and welcome to all. My name is Tiffany Boykin. I serve as the Dean of Student Engagement here at Arundel Community College. And I just wanted to make sure that you all knew that there are a host of opportunities for you to become involved with the college community. Some of them may be obvious and others not so much. Particularly for our health sciences students, we have a number of different student clubs and organizations that help you develop professionally, connect with others that are in your discipline, and learn more about opportunities of how you might take your studies and couple them with other social activities. In addition to that, if we don't have the club or organization that works for you, we have more than 100 other clubs and organizations that you might want to become a part of. And if that's not there, you can actually start your own. The college really does invest in opportunities for students to connect and engage both within and outside of the classroom. We recognize that part of your development here is allowing you to understand where you fit and then how you're going to make your contribution to your time at Anne Arundel as well as beyond. We also recognize that students sometimes face barriers to achieving their goals and completing their programs, sometimes financial barriers and sometimes other obstacles that come in the way. We have a very special program, it's called our Help Link program, and that's designed to provide students with short-term assistance if they're unable to obtain or access materials that are going to be necessary for them to be successful. And so this can mean anything for things like textbooks or transportation. Maybe you're having a hard time obtaining, say, food. Right now, in the current conditions, many students and persons in our community have been impacted because of the COVID-19 disruptions, and it's made it difficult to obtain those. And so we're here to assist students with that. I know that particularly for our health sciences students, we've had some of them come to get support with getting materials to take those exams, to get other materials to help them, anything from lab coats. But essentially, I just wanted to make sure that you all knew that if you come to Anne Arundel Community College to pursue your goals, that you're going to get a host of support across the board, from admissions to testing to the way in which you engage, your orientation. Your time here will be filled with those who are literally waiting to help you along the way. And so despite what your interests are, we definitely have something for you. And if you need a little bit of help along the way, the Help Link program is here to support. So again, thank you for taking your time this evening to meet with us and learn more. And I encourage you that if you have additional questions or want more information, feel free to reach out to our Office of Student Engagement, which is studentengagement@aacc.edu. Thank you, Cassandra.
Thank you, Dr. Bork. And this is so important that we consider the whole student. It's not just about going to school and learning, but there's so many ways you can learn. And Dr. Boykin speaks to that, and she speaks to the support just like Ms. Watley did. And if you listen to all the experts that are here today to speak to your student and speak to you as a family, I just want you to be reassured that your student will have so much support at AACC. I also want to share some information about tutoring. We have tutoring that is focused on health sciences. And I want you to understand that that is a major part of their learning experience. That is a part of their tuition. It is at no extra cost. So just want to share that we also have those tutoring services. And the students can access tutoring or tutors as soon as they become students here. And that is another leg of support for your student. Well, good evening, and thank you for joining us.